Alright, so how's everybody doing? It's time for the Raw review. We start off the night with John Cena coming down, starting to cut a lame promo about Money in the Bank. Very uninteresting. Daniel Bryan comes out. Jericho, CM Punk, they brighten it up. They make it fun. Jericho brings back his old catchphrases, bringing me back to the Attitude Era. This was nice to see. Kane and Big Show also come out, and they start brawling. It's pretty decent segment. Some nice interaction between Daniel Bryan and Jericho. CM Punk leading the crowd in the chant. Kind of lame, but, decent stuff. It improved once Bryan came out. Up next, we got Christian, Santino, Kofi Kingston, and Truth defeating David Otunga, Cody Rhodes, and the Primetime Players. Primetime Players, yo. What? This was a lame-ass match that was like, the action was going okay, nothing too spectacular, and then Cody Rhodes and the Primetime Players all walk out one after the other, and then they just leave Otunga to get beat. It's so stupid. And the other thing is, when Cody Rhodes came up for the match, he was behind Otunga and the Primetime Players. Like, he's like second rate. Like, he's below Titus O'Neil and David Young. Is this what they're doing to a former main eventer? This guy faced off against Triple H and Shawn Michaels. He was in the Intercontinental title picture for a while. They were building him up towards the world title, and now they're just treating him like he's nothing. Brodus Clay interferes during the match, and they all beat up on Otunga. Why are the faces bullying a heel like this? They have to have 5-on-1 to beat one man. It's kind of pathetic. After that, they're all dancing. Like, what a fucking mess. So many things going on in this matchup, and they all sucked. Fucking PG bullshit. John Cena was right. This is for fucking 9-year-olds. Up next, we got Del Rio and Sin Cara, but the match doesn't get started. He just locks him in the cross arm breaker. This could be the start of a little decent feud. We learned that Del Rio's going to be facing Sheamus at Money in the Bank. That just looks like a fucking snoozer of a match. They were supposed to have the match 2 months ago. Now they're going to finally have it. Who fucking cares? Up next, false advertising. Paul Heyman comes out, appears on the Titantron via satellite. They advertise Brock Lesnar to answer Triple H, not Paul Heyman. Great job, WWE. Great job there. You say that you're going to have Brock Lesnar. I knew he wasn't going to appear in person. I thought that he would appear much like Heyman did via satellite. But they don't fucking show him at all. Nice false advertising there. Great job, guys. Really proud of you. He says that instead, Lesnar is going to answer Triple H 3 weeks from now at the 1000th episode. How can you fucking advertise something and then just, pull a major swerve like that? That's not the swerves they should be doing in wrestling. False advertising. Wow. Up next, we got Sheamus and AJ defeating Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero. Just a throwaway garbage fucking match. Ziggler should be used a lot better than this. AJ pins Vicky. Just a fucking stupid ass match. Who the fuck booked this? If you want to make Ziggler look even weaker, this is the way to do it. Up next, we got AJ approaching CM Punk in the back. He didn't watch her match. He's too busy on the phone. Even CM Punk is bored with this episode of Raw. He doesn't even want to pay attention to the fucking matches. Up next, Slater comes out, starts cutting a promo, and Doink the Clown comes out. And I was so fucking pissed because I heard that another wrestler was going to appear tonight, and I thought that this was it, that they changed it and made it Doink. No reaction at all. Nobody knew who he was, because only the kids liked him back in '95 anyway, and now the 9-year-olds are too old. I mean, they're too old and they don't care about Doink. They're my age now. They're in their 20s. And the kids nowadays don't fucking know who he is. So anyway, Slater pins him, thank God. Imagine him jobbing to Doink. But up next, bang! Yes! Motherfuckers, DDP returns. Slater mocks him with the Diamond Cutter sign and drops him with the Diamond Cutter. This segment was only 3 seconds, but it was wonderful to hear the music. Giant reaction for DDP. The fans appreciate a great wrestler, one of my favorites of all time. DDP is what made me start watching WCW wrestling during his feud with Raven and Chris Benoit for the U.S. title. That's what made me get interested in DDP. A great wrestler. Nice to see him again. Wouldn't mind seeing a comeback from this guy at a time like now. Up next is Big Show and Kane in a matchup right here. We got for the 1,000th time. It's fucking ridiculous already. I mean, how many fucking times are we gonna see this match? It's slow, boring. No one even fucking cares. Yeah, just pathetic. And Big Show pins him in like 2 minutes. Not a good match at all. Slow, boring. Makes Kane look weak going into Money in the Bank. But I don't even fucking care. Who really would? They've shown this so many times. Who is going to give a shit about these fucking pathetic wrestlers already? Up next, Tyson Kidd pins Tensai in a match. They pull a swerve, much like they did with the DDP thing, which was pretty impressive. I like the way they did that swerve because they fooled the internet fans. But this swerve kind of fell on deaf ears. Nobody really cared. A minor reaction for Kidd pinning Tensai. He didn't have an entrance, so you thought he was going to lose, but he ended up pinning. Tensai goes crazy, beats up Sakamoto, and then attacks him backstage. No one cares. I like Tyson Kidd. He's a good wrestler, but this is building him up to Money in the Bank. They did a horrible job just throwing him out there to everybody. The main event's up next, and it's Jericho and Daniel Bryan versus Cena and Punk. This is boring in the first few minutes, but then Punk and Cena and Jericho fight to the back, and then when Bryan and Punk are left alone, they start having an amazing, battle here. And AJ comes out. I wasn't too thrilled with this because they've been showing the same shit for weeks. But then I like the way they ended Raw. She threatens to fucking commit suicide by jumping through a table while nobody's on top of it. And then I don't understand this. Bryan, the heel, is trying to stop AJ from jumping. I would have been, if I was a heel, I'd say go ahead, right? I mean, that would make sense. But no, I don't understand that part. But anyway, Punk climbs up and tries to stop AJ. She kisses him, but then pushes Punk off the rope and into Bryan. They both go through the table. She's there laughing like a maniac. That was actually pretty clever. I actually enjoyed that. And it's been a while since anybody's gone through a table on Raw. So, yeah, actually that wasn't a bad way to end it. So, the action between Punk and Bryan was great towards the end. It was really short. They should have just had this as the main event. I know this is the main event, the pay-per-view, but who gives a shit? They need to get better ratings for Raw. That would have been the way how to do it. Couple of decent segments here and there. DDP motherfuckers brought the rating up for this show big time. Not a fantastic show. A lot of bullshit on here. A crappy 8-man tag. But a decent episode of Raw. Not too bad. They could have did better, but for me, DDP and Punk and Bryan saved this show from being a complete disaster.